Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for joining us. Today we are unboxing a long-awaited title. I think it's like a little over 2 years in the running.
I've been waiting
Basically
so long.
since you got into the hobby, right?
You don't know anything about this game. This is Doolin from TableNauts.
Hey.
His lack of composure and unprofessionalism in front of the camera will certainly come through.
It will.
If you'd like to see more of that type of content, link will be down below. This is Sean from Marcum Family Gaming. You cover a ton of games with your 17 children?
Nepotism.
6 children, one is 17 though.
It's technically nepotism.
It's Kenny's channel.
All that being said, it is, how old's Kenny?
5.
It is, so if you'd like to check out a family channel focused primarily around the intricacies of a 5-year-old, Kenny's always there.
Oh, he's entertaining.
Everyone else comes back through, but
Yeah,
Kenny's
he's entertaining.
always there. Link will also be down below. That being said, that is not what we're doing here today. We are unboxing Solomon Kane. So, sir?
Oh my gosh!
You're giving me
Was
the
that one
knife?
heavy too?
That's dangerous.
Yeah, they're all heavy. Both of them are major. All right. So you're going to cut the back here. We're going to be respectfully silent.
I'm so scared.
Do you know how to use a knife? What
No.
are you doing?
This is my first day.
Is that your new sharp Christmas knife?
Yeah. What was that?
I told you I've never used a knife before.
That might be the most awkward use of a knife
How
I've
do you
ever
spell
seen.
one? Is it?
K-N-I-F-F.
It starts with a K?
Yeah.
Knife.
Yeah. In Solomon Kane, players take on the roles of 4 cardinal virtues: courage, justice, prejudice, or prudence, and temperance. Prejudice is a different thing.
Yeah.
These immortal beings strive to lead mortals down the path of goodness.
Prejudice is the expansion.
Each is a stalwart and implacable foe of evil that lurks in the darkness. The players, as virtues, must act together to aid the mortal hero Solomon Kane in his fight against the darkness. This is the fearless opponent who tries to thwart our hero at every turn, and who must be overcome by the players if Solomon Kane is to emerge victorious. So that is exactly what this game is. That is exactly what this game is all about. This is going to be a narrative campaign game.
Very cool.
Going through a few of the different trials and tribulations of the character Solomon Kane. Basically, Solomon Kane is going to be this hero figure. He's sort of like a Protestant explorer that's moving through, fighting the forces of evil, combating demons, with these 4 mystical presences.
Okay.
And
So
we
we're
as
not
players,
playing him, we're playing the virtues following him along in
Yes.
his journey.
So we are playing those 4 virtues that are combating evil, and there's an interesting interplay between the physical and the spiritual realm in this game. It's one of the cornerstones of the novels and books. It's also one of the cornerstones of the gameplay itself. We don't have miniatures yet, so do you just want to dive into that a little bit?
You want me to read it?
No, yeah, we haven't read that. Read it.
You want me to read
Get
it?
in
Okay.
there.
In Solomon Kane, players take on the roles of the 4 cardinal virtues: courage, justice.
Wait. We have a rule here on Quackalope that we read all flavor text. So
It's gonna be a long video, guys.
I'll just give that to you. If you could get started.
All flavor drinks.
Yeah, we do have a rule that
These
we
are
read.
beautiful though. Look at how well that's made.
No, they're really nice. I was gonna
Very
trust you to
well
open
done.
that, but I still don't trust you with a knife. So
You shouldn't.
let me explain some of the things you're pulling out here. So
I told
these
you it
over
was a bad
here,
idea.
prudence, courage, providence is going to be the expansion, justice, darkness, and temperance. These are the player boards, right? These are the 4 spiritual characteristics that we're going to be playing through. We also have a pile of different terrain maps.
Those are huge!
Is it 1v everyone else? Does somebody play darkness?
This is cooperative,
Oh,
primarily.
okay.
I don't know if there's variants to it. I know there's a solo variant, and there may actually be a darkness variant.
Okay.
But primarily, this is going to be a
I was
cooperative
just asking
experience.
because of this right here.
More of those.
Totally
Very
makes sense.
similar, but yeah.
So yeah, all of these are going to be location tiles, which we can open up here in just a second, but they're going to set the narrative journey that we're going through. The cool thing about this game is it's going to be built off of a card system with discovery cards.
Oh, yeah.
Discovery cards and various different story cards. Each of those will be unique to a scenario, and they'll also provide variability for the scenario you're facing. You're a miniature painter. Oh no, buddy, buddy, they're all over here.
Yeah, I always grab the good boxes.
No.
Holy cow, there's some detail.
We have our
Beautiful.
we have our save box. We
Look
have
at that shield.
piles and piles of cards, which I'm sure you're seeing in B-roll, so I'm not going to pop and open up all of them. Some nice plastic dice.
I love it.
Not too hefty, but they'll certainly work. Some plastic markers. A quick start guide here as well. some upgraded tokens and components. Is there anything underneath? There's not anything underneath this, right? No, sir.
No.
All right, set that down. Set this somewhere.
Set it up.
Do something with that. Let's pull all of this back down. How are these?
I put it back there.
You body slammed it.
Yeah, my parents sleep understairs, so like maybe, I know you're not used to being here, but what do you think of the puppy? These are pretty sweet.
Oh my gosh. I appreciate any miniature with texture like this because you can get some really good dry brushing in.
So these are going to be you're not wrong. These are going to be the figures that we're actually playing as, these giant pedestals.
Yeah.
These are going to be, there's Solomon Kane himself.
Oh, wow.
I believe. These are all going to be story-driven characters. Like, we have the Madam here, we have some, like, guys with spikes, various different wolves and puppies.
It's beautiful. The bases are amazing already, too.
Ooh.
What'd you find?
Are those the...
These are also...
That's
these
justice,
are absolutely,
probably, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So those are going to be virtues.
Wow.
Look at this.
Got one more big one.
So jealous of this right now.
What do you think?
Ooh, there's Solomon Kane on horseback and all kinds of stuff.
Ooh.
I'm already ready to pay attention during the last part where you tell me how I can buy this.
Wait, that's not in the last part. That's right now. I assume they usually make sure the core box is available. I know it's just now starting. It's getting on boats. Like, this was air freighted to us, so it's getting on boats to go to backers. Once they all start receiving their package, then it will open up to the wider world.
This is beautiful.
We have one little box there we need to open, and can I have that knife?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and open some of these tiles here.
What, you don't want me to open
No.
Open it for you?
I'm okay with you not.
This is the Right Hand of Doom. The Right Hand of Doom, an expansion adventure. Blood gushes over the rusty steel bars, and Simeon quickly gathers up the severed appendage with his left hand and throws it into the night. Through the window bars, for a moment, the necromancer stands by the window, muttering dark, arcane words.
So these are all going to be the terrain locations. You can see pretty simple. I actually like how much variance there is in all of these different terrain pieces.
Are they double-sided?
They are,
Oh, nice.
which for me, that makes such a big difference because not only is it slightly modular in terms of pairing and creating a scene, you also have various unique environments. They're simple to set up. They've got clearly, they've got clear iconography for what exists there. And if you like playing RPGs like me, these are infinitely usable.
Yes.
So a great little set of stuff there.
Yeah.
We got the bloody hand.
The right hand.
It's legit. And
Another deck of cards.
this.
And another.
This is
another
the
book
cool
to
thing.
add, another storybook for story time with Quackalope.
Where's that knife?
Oh, I keep putting it away so that someone doesn't sever a hand. Where did I just put that?
There it is. This here is, I'd venture to say, where the majority of the game is. If you want to know why this game took a little bit longer than maybe some people were expecting to deliver, I'd venture to guess it might be part of this. And all of these are going to be the unique scenarios that you can fight. Battle of the Bones. Using the storybook, chapter sections, concluding the story, Solomon Kane's long stride devours miles as shadows lengthen over the Black Forest. He walks a quiet, lonely trail through some miles back. He gained a companion on the road, Gaston El Armand, a dandy swordsman. Night shrouds the forest, and their thoughts turn to shelter, food, and rest. Ahead, a light twinkles through the trees, and they soon find themselves before a long, low, rambling building of heavy logs, a tavern. A sign creaks, swinging in the slight breeze. It depicts a cleft skull. This place has a foreboding aspect. Meesmith. Kane mutters darkly. Ellermon ignores the Puritan's gloomy observations and calls out, "Landlord, ho!" The door swings open and a bearded face peers out. The owner of the face steps back and motions his guest to enter. With a grudging gesture, it seems. Within, a candle gleams on the table and a fire smolders in the hearth. Food and wine are served, after which the landlord leads the weary travelers to their chamber.
Dun, 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 dun.
And all of these
There's, what, 6,
have
7?
that.
Holy cow.
So some of these...
That was the smallest one.
Because here's the cool thing. So Battle of the Bones is like a little one-shot story
Kind of
section.
intro.
We could sit down and we could do a full run of Battle of the Bones. Right now, it'll probably take 3 hours, maybe 4. Then you start getting to campaigns. All the way down to things like this, which are heavy enough and substantial enough that you need to literally do campaign like scenarios time after time after time. So yeah, this is going to be Solomon Kane. I'm super excited.
It looks great.
It looks awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, they've done a great job on it. I'm sure B-roll will be showing off all this artwork. The gameplay is fairly straightforward and simple.
The ogre.
You're going to be cooperatively controlling the different spirits, or the different what are they called again?
Virtues.
The different virtues.
Yeah.
With those, you'll be rolling dice that you can either utilize your own powers or lend aid to your companions. Okay. That'll activate actions that you're taking out across the board, trying to ward off darkness, defeat the both physical and spiritual manifestations of evil on the board, and then progress the story. There's variable scenarios. There's a lot of things that can change between session to session, and so even if we played the right hand of the Doom the whole way through, the next time we went through it,
it would be different.
There'd be elements that would be different challenges, different puzzles. I believe there's usually about 4 different types of scenarios per chapter, and then there was multiple chapters per campaign.
Cool. I was just reading here that they also have differences in the difficulty that you can change as you play.
Nice.
Which I think adds a lot for me as a player who,
most games are too hard.
Yeah. Well, either that
for you,
for me, especially language. I mean, like too many words. It's just too. Yeah, like this. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But when you're in a specific group, you don't know going into it necessarily, especially if it's new, whether you should play on the easy, medium, or hard. And once you get started, it's like,
you're already in it.
Yeah, you can't go back. But apparently, it's very dynamic. You can change it based on where you are. So I like.
Cool. Either way, thank you for watching. I am going to be producing a variety of stuff here around Solomon Kane. So that's going to include a quick start guide, some gameplay, and just some overviews of everything that's here. So stay tuned, hit subscribe, swing over to both of these channels and take a closer look. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.